Hello, our Truth Warriors. Hope everyone's well. We got a lot of feedback from the last video that we put out, where we talked about a lot of things that were going on, and a lot of people can't understand why I would actually want to head back to England and the United Kingdom. In 2026, I'm going to be touring England, Scotland, Ireland, Wales, as well as places like the Isle of Man, Isle of Wight, some of the more remote areas that we've never been to. We're going to record our journey and certainly the conversations with people. And this is all going to be about creating solutions. We've put a lot of information out over the past 6 years now on the Atlantic Underground podcast, and a lot of it has been fearful. A lot of it is warning of impending things that are coming down the pipeline. But at the end of the day, it's okay to point this out, but we do need to come up with solutions. As the window is starting to close, these solutions need to be in place. So, we're going to be having conversations with people all around the country. We're going to talk about the solutions to the very problems we face. There are practical and very real solutions to be implemented by communities that will shield them against what's coming. And this is why we hope to talk to people, find out what's going on in certain areas around the country, and start to bring about that change to make sure that they have the security moving forward that they're going to need. Um, with the likes of governments and things like that, we need to never forget who works for you and make sure that they do work for you. A collective voice in every single town and village and city allows us to be in a position to take back together. Um, and humanity will prosper at this point as well. And I believe that this is absolutely achievable. If you like what we're saying and you want us to come and talk to you in your town, um, send me a message below or email me at Atlantic Underground Podcast at hotmail.com. And I'll put the web address underneath. I'll put the email link underneath so you can get us on touch and speak to me there. So that's no problem at all. Um, we can get the ball rolling prior to 2026 and see exactly what it is that people are saying, where they want to see the change, and hopefully at that point we can bring about those changes for you with the ideas that we have. As I said earlier, people can't figure out why I am heading back there. It's to many it's the belly of the beast, and if we can resolve the problems in a place that has many things going on and make people safe, then we can do it anywhere. And if we can build a model, then that's going to be something. What we're going to have moving forward, unfortunately, if we allow the authorities to continue, is loss of freedom through forced compliance. This is coming, and they're going to continue to do that. But there are ways we can counteract this, almost like a negotiation. But once we put ourselves back in positions of power and the people control the very employed government officials and councillors, then they are doing exactly what they're supposed to be doing, and that is working for you. Moving forward with what is coming, we talked about the digital currency. We talked about the fact that they will phase out cash. We're expecting to probably see the bolt on and continuance of what we call hyperinflation. This is a perfect way to get rid of the cash, make sure it has no value, the people can't use it, and then they can implement literally a digital financial system to replace that. Not really a good thing, um, because it comes with terms and conditions that they're going to want to use. They're going to bring in a digital currency. And if you want to think back to the age of Robin Hood, when the kings, or the King of England at the time, used to send people out to collect the taxes from people, and these taxes kept increasing. Well, this is exactly the plan for what they have when they say that they want you to own nothing and be happy. They're not messing around. They really do want you to own nothing, but they're going to really make sure that we own nothing by increasing the tax rates through a digital system. And as they increase what they say they need the money for, wars probably, the taxation will increase, and it will get to a point where it becomes absolutely unbearable. But you won't have any choice, because they will be taking this money directly out of your tokenized digital credit system that has been created for you, following the departure of cash. Now, my goal, um, is that, we have to build our future. There's no other way about this. We can't just sit back and watch like this is some form of entertainment. And I am looking to come. I'm very experienced in business networking and building businesses and helping people grow their businesses and helping boosting local economies. And this is what we're going to be talking to people about, is basically taking back the power and allowing that to happen. Once we start boosting businesses in the area and working with them, having the networking systems in place, then we can make a huge difference. Generation of jobs, the creation of an economy an area itself. We're going to be moving to an area where it's a big farming community. It's also a big fishing community where you can get seafood, vegetables, meat, dairy products. So to be food sustainable, these are the people that we're going to need to be working with. I'm also going to be wanting to work with bank managers, realtors, or in England, as we call them, estate agents, immigration specialists, travel agents, car dealers, insurance companies, hotels, event organizers, and many more. And if you're watching this, or you know somebody that's doing this and you want to see them prosper, get them to get in touch with me, because this is something where we can not only help them, but form an alliance that will help others. Because at a point where people are looking for exit strategies to get out of places that are falling apart by design, and deliberately falling apart by design, we are hoping to have a safe haven built where people can come and join these communities. People can come in, we have jobs for them, we have homes for them, we have food sustainability for them, and even better, we have a financial system for that local economy that is not only sustainable in exchange, but it's also backed by gold, which is something which every single currency around the world no longer does, because they have become fiat currencies, purposeful for the culling, purposeful for the crash of that currency to push it into hyperinflation, which I do believe we will start to see in 2027 as part of the plan. A gold backed economy on a local scale is something that is always valuable in exchange for goods and services. And once people understand that this has value, then their trust within that will really boost the economy. And this is something that the establishments of central banks are really going to struggle to stop and change, because there's nothing illegal about having a local currency, and certainly nothing illegal by backing it with gold. We do want to work with the local councils. So if anybody is part of a political party that they see is not heading in the right direction for the benefit of the people, get in touch. I want to talk with local councillors, politicians. We want to work with the police, because at the end of the day, the police are there to protect you. And if they have an understanding on everything that we're moving forward with to protect them, their families, and their future, then that really is something. Even working with things like Chamber of Commerce, to bring about the business and obviously expand and keep local business local within the communities. As things move forward, I do believe that we can have a brighter future, because the goals that these agencies want to bring in with the cashless society, working with the likes of the World Economic Forum, United Nations Sustainable Development Agenda 2030, these are not for the benefits of the people, regardless of what guise and what they're promising. It's not going to happen. And at the end of the day, their goal is to create such a division between the ultra rich, eradicate the middle class. So anybody that wants to work for a living, prosper, and have a good life, they're a threat to the system. They're going to eradicate that as best as they can. And their way to do this is with bringing about the digital currency, with the taxation, with the fact that you will own nothing and be happy, where they come in and credit and tokenize everything you own, from your home to your car, your refrigerator, your phone. Everything you own will have a tokenized value. This will form part of the digital credit system that you have. And at the end of the day, when you have this much control over everything, it's very obvious that when you die, this will not be passed to your children. So the future generation right now doesn't realize that what we do today hinges on their future. And if we make the mistakes and we do not put these things into place that I am going to be suggesting, we will own nothing, as they said. I don't know about the happy thing, but they say we're going to own nothing. And that means that there will be no inheritance for your children. And there's no inheritance. And because of that, that means the gap of people who are impoverished under a digital system will then struggle. And they will struggle because there will be nothing left to move forward for the children. And this is how they gain absolute digital control on everything. Get in touch. As I say, the email is below. If anyone wants to ask any more questions, talk about our plans, or let us know where you are. If you're anywhere within the United Kingdom, Scotland, Wales, Ireland, any of the islands like the Isle of Man, the Isle of Wight, I'm happy to come and talk to you, even if there's a group organisation of where we want to come, meet up, have a chat, get together, and see the people within your town and see what we can do for you moving forward. England's starting to wake up, but without the ability to move forward in the right direction, unfortunately, it could end up in major civil unrest, which the authorities know how to deal with. Let's not go, we don't want to get to that stage, so let's not get there. Let's come out with some positive action, some solutions. Let's move forward and make a big difference in the world, because what we do today determines the future generations of children. Let's go down in history, people. Let's make sure we break the cycle of a great reset, and let's make sure that we bring the power back to the people where it matters. Many thanks. Take care. Tune into the Atlantic Underground podcast. You'll catch us at atlanticundergroundpodcast.com. There's over 250 interviews there over a 6-year period with some of the most prominent minds in the world, from medical to political to financial. You're going to find us there. Check it out. Share this video. Let's get as many people knowing what's coming, and stay in touch. Till then, take care, everyone. Thank you very much. And be good. Thank you.